Hello dear students, welcome back to science class once again. How are you? I hope you are doing well. So let us start fourth chapter in science, that is heat. Before this we had done three chapters and all the notes and revision work is done very nicely by you. So let us start fourth chapter in the science. In this chapter we will discuss about the definition of heat, definition of temperature, about thermal. Let us recall few things which you have studied in your previous classes and in your day-to-day life. Dear students, every object we come across in our daily life, either it is hot or cold. Like when we touch teacup, it is hot, and when we touch ice cream or cold drink, it is cold. What is this hot and cold? Hotness and coldness of any object is due to the heat energy. The device used to measure degree of hotness is thermometer. You all might have seen thermometer at your home or in clinic. It is used to measure temperature. Dear students, you have seen people touch forehead while measuring or checking the fever. Is it correct? No, it is not reliable source or method to check the fever. Hotness and coldness of any thing is comparative or relative to each other, which means they are comparative or compared with each other. When you touch teacup, you feel it hot. Why? Because you compare it with your body temperature.
Let us start detailed discussion on each topic of the chapter. In this chapter, we will learn the definition of heat, temperature and thermometer. Also, we will study different temperature scales. We will see the effect of heat and the transfer of heat, different methods of transfer of heat that are conduction, convection and radiation. What is heat? Heat is something that is little difficult to define, but we use it a lot in everyday life. It is something that makes things hot. As it makes things hot, we also see that it can do some work. If we heat water in a vessel and put a lid on it, the steam causes the water to move. A pressure cooker also blows off steam after it is heated. It means there is something which is lifting the lid of vessel. When water is heated, it turns into steam. The steam, as you have seen, can lift the lid of the vessel. Steam can do work, so heat can do work. Anything that can do work is a form of energy. So heat can be said to be a form of energy. We can define heat a little better now. Heat is a form of energy. Hot and cold. Hotness and coldness is relative to each other. They are compared with each other. In our daily life, we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold. For example, tea is hot, ice is cold. Some objects are hotter than other and some are colder than other. For this, let us observe one of the activity. Let us try the activity. Take three large mugs and label them A, B, C. Put cold water in mug A and hot water in mug B. Mix some cold and hot water in mug C. Now dip your left hand in mug A and right hand in mug B. After keeping the hand in the two mugs for 2-3 minutes, put both the hands simultaneously in mug C. What happens? Both hands give you different feelings, though they are in same water. That is because they are comparing to their previous temperature they were in. So checking for hot and cold just by touching is not a good way of measuring temperature. Also, it can be quite dangerous. If things are too hot or cold, they can damage your skin and body too. Then how do we measure heat? We often decide which object is hotter than other by touching the object, and the degree of hotness is called temperature. The hotness of an object is measured with the help of thermometer. Do you know what units we use to measure heat? Heat is measured in degrees Celsius. Are there any other type of scale? What are other scales to measure temperature? That are Fahrenheit and Kelvin. On the Celsius scale, the freezing point of water is 0, whereas its boiling point is 100 degree. On Fahrenheit scale, the freezing point of water is 32 Fahrenheit, whereas boiling point is 212 Fahrenheit. Conversion of scales, one scale from another. This can be done by using some formula, like when we have to convert Celsius into Fahrenheit, the formula is 9 by 5 into Celsius plus 32, and when we have to convert Fahrenheit into Celsius, the formula is Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 by 9, and when we have to convert Celsius into Kelvin, Celsius plus 273. Let us solve one example. If Fahrenheit 68 degrees is there, how to convert in Celsius? C equals to 5 by 9, 68 minus 32. Then you can see the degree is 20 degree. Now take this as a Celsius and again convert into the Fahrenheit. You will get the same 68 degree Fahrenheit. This proves the scale of temperature can be interchanged. Let us discuss the device used for measuring temperature, that is clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. First we will discuss about clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer, a medical thermometer, is used for measuring human or animal body temperature. These thermometers are used in clinics by doctors, so they are also called doctor's thermometer or medical thermometer. Most show both Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scales and run from 35 degree Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Medical thermometers are cleaned before and after each use with alcohol. Nowadays, digital thermometers are available. These are preferred over conventional mercury thermometer, as they are easy to read because it gives LCD display of the temperature of the person. They are also mercury free. For measuring the temperature with the help of thermometer, the tip of thermometer is inserted into the mouth under the tongue, under the armpit or on the forehead. The clinical thermometer consists of glass stem on which readings are marked. The scale of the thermometer is marked from 95 Fahrenheit to 110 Fahrenheit and in Celsius 35 degrees Celsius to 43 degrees Celsius. The normal body temperature is shown by a red arrow at 98.4 Fahrenheit or 37.6 Celsius. The stem consists of a thin capillary tube at the end of which there is a bulb containing mercury. The capillary tube has a kink near the bulb which prevents the mercury from flowing back into the bulb when it is taken out of the patient's mouth. Precaution while using clinical thermometer are: watch the thermometer before and after use. Give the jerk to the thermometer to bring the temperature below 36 degrees Celsius. While reading the thermometer, do not hold the thermometer by the mercury bulb. After use, wash the thermometer before storing. Also, while taking the reading of thermometer, you just hold the thermometer in front of your eyes for the accurate reading of the thermometer. A laboratory thermometer. It has a long narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at the end containing mercury. It has a scale marked in Celsius. The range of the laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degree to 110 degrees Celsius. Take some tap water in a beaker. Dip the thermometer in the water so that the bulb of the thermometer does not touch the bottom of sides of the beaker. Hold the thermometer vertically. The mercury level rises. Wait till the level of mercury becomes steady. Bulb should be surrounded from all the sides from the substance of which the temperature is to be measured. Effect of heat. Physical changes. Change in temperature. On adding heat to body, its temperature increases. On removal of heat from the body, its temperature decreases. Change in state. On adding or removal of heat, the form of body changes or the state of body changes. Liquid turns to solid or vapors. Another important effect of heat is expansion of matter. All three state of matter expands when heated. The atoms themselves do not expand, but the volume they take up does. When a solid is heated, its atoms vibrate faster about their fixed point. Students, have you seen there is a gap between railway tracks? Why is it so? In summer, the expansion of railway track occur due to heat and also due to the friction caused by the train. The volume of the railway track increases. Length of the railway track increases due to the increase in its volume. The gap is filled, and if gap is not left at the joint, it will bend the railway track and it may cause the accident if proper gaps are not left at the joint in railway track. Another example of expansion of solid is the rim of cartwheel. The metal rim is fixed on the wooden cart with the help of expansion phenomena. The diameter of iron rim is taken slightly lesser than the wheel. To fix the iron rim on wooden cart, it is heated, and when the rim expands an increase in volume, then it is fit on the wooden cart. Rim is fixed on cart with the help of hammer. After fixing expanded rim on cart, it is treated with cold water. After pouring cold water, rim loses heat and contracts, means reduces in size. This is the reason the rim is heated to a very high temperature while fixing it on the wheel. Liquid also expands when heated. Its molecules move faster than the solid molecule. With this, we are going to finish today's session. In next session, we will start transfer of heat, the another topic of this chapter. Till then, take care. Bye.